This is big news on the other side of the globe, but we should be watching here because 5 million kids in Australia are now navigating life without social media. Yeah, as of today, a new law banning Australians under the age of 16 from Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X, also Reddit, Twitch, the whole suite. The burden lies on tech companies to keep kids off their platforms through ID checks, AI-powered face scans that are guessing someone's age. There's a few other things in place. However, the question is this ban gonna actually work? Or is the cat already out of the bag? So what do we think?
I mean, obviously this is an experiment, so we don't know exactly how it's gonna go. And kids aren't good at technology, right? They are, they're gonna figure it out. So yeah, we don't know that this is gonna be effective, but we do know from a lot of research that social media is a danger to kids, and we don't know the full effect of how it's gonna affect their adult lives. So it just feels like there's an urgency to make something happen. I keep thinking about my kids when they grow up. They're gonna think about us on social media like people smoking in the 50s, being like, you smoked everywhere? On the toilet you were smoking?
While you're pregnant?
You're smoking while you're pregnant? So, I don't think even we are aware of how affected we are by social media and the negative effects.
Interesting. What do you think, Dolphin?
Yeah, I mean, when I heard this, I was thinking, are the bureaucrats in Australia, are they stuck in the Stone Ages? Come on, you know what I mean? Social media ban? What do they want to bring back, typewriters and, cassette tapes, too? Come on, you know what I mean?
So you think it's too late?
I think it's way too late, and I also think, I went to Australia years ago to hang out in Sydney, and, the rural communities out there, because in these stories they're talking about if you live in the outback, the remote communities, that's the only place to really, to connect is via social media, something else, right? So I worry about Australians that live in the outback and the rural communities, young people in particular.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, I want to take the time to applaud Australia for seeing something that's happening to their young people and doing something to protect them. Because I think too often we see horrible things happening to young people, I'm not calling you out, United States, and then it's kind of like, well, we're not going to do anything about it. So I love that they're trying to do something about it, but I think I align with the both of you, where I'm thinking of myself at 16, where I already have my driver's license, I have agency, and I'm listening to my parents, but I'm not listening to my parents, you know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering if I were in that age group and this is how I live my entire life, and this is how these kids live, everything they do is on this phone, and I hear about this ban, am I gonna pay attention and follow through, or am I gonna find some savvy way around it, and maybe I have an older sibling, or maybe I have a lax parent who's like, I don't believe in this rule, do whatever you want. I think there's a lot of things that have to come together, everybody has to buy in for this to work for the kids. And for that reason, I'm a little skeptical. We're not talking about a small community of maybe 100 people, we're talking about millions of people buying in on the same thing. So I want it to work, but I just feel like the horse has left the barn.
Yeah, I get that. Here's the thing, there was a survey done last year when they were trying to decide if they were gonna do this. 77% of Australians voted in favor of this ban. So it does sound like, as a country, it sounds like the majority of people are behind this, and you're right, it's gonna take everybody participating. But here's the thing, going back to your alcohol or smoking ban, we still have a law, at least in this province, of age 19, right? Age 19 is when you can drink alcohol. Even though kids, because we all probably did it, snuck around and tried to figure out other ways to get
never.
I know. I mean, not me.
Not me.
Not me. I mean, maybe you, but maybe not me. The point is, the law still says what the law still says. So just because it's not going to be perfect, and I agree, I think for the 15 and 16-year-olds, this is going to be so terrible if you're in Australia. But if I had a daughter my age, or not my age, my daughter's 11 now, right? If she was 11 and we were living in Australia, I would be going, thank you, because this is going to save her future. So it'll be the hardest transition for the teens, the eldest ones. And guess what? The stories are already coming out in Australian news of how the kids are getting around it. But the point is, the law is now on the books, and you are going to protect a lot of kids, if not immediately, certainly down the road. I applaud them.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. And also, let's just go on record and say that if this works, we'll all be doing it, no matter what we just said. So ignore all that stuff.